So Wikipedia has shut down in protest. Google has a black patch over its name today, and it's all over Sopa and Pippa. Can you tell me what these acts are, what they do, and why these internet providers are so angry about it?
Well, there's two bills, proposed legislation. One is in the House of Representatives. It's called SOPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act. And the other one is in the Senate. It's called PIPA, the Protect Intellectual Property Act. And they're very, very similar. There's some differences between the two, but they're essentially the same bill. SOPA is actually a little bit more draconian, most would say, than the one that's in the Senate.
What's it designed to do?
Well, the problem is the problem that's been going on now for the last 15 or so years, and that is how to address internet piracy. There are so-called rogue websites. They operate outside of the United States, and it makes it very difficult for content providers like Time Warner, AOL, and Viacom, etc., to go after them for copyright infringement. And these acts are designed to address those websites. The problem is, though, that they sweep up pretty much all websites, not only ones that are on foreign sites, but the ones that are here in the United States.
So how would this affect the average internet user who puts their home videos on YouTube? Would it impact them?
Yes, it actually could impact them. The way the law is set up is that they define a criminal infringement as somebody who, within 6 months, does 10 streams or uploads of work 10 times within a 6-month period. For that, you could get up to 5 years in federal penitentiary.
How about the average user who puts things on websites and uses music?
Again, theoretically, I'm not saying that the content providers, such as the big entertainment companies, would do this, but in theory, they could go after those people. One of the things that people have written about is that someone like Justin Bieber, for example, who got his start singing along to copyrighted songs, not his songs, someone else's songs on YouTube, could be subject to criminal prosecution under this act.
Do you think if these acts passed as written, of course they would have to be reconciled, but if they passed as written, then would they be going after just everyday people for copyright violations?
Well, the people who are really behind these bills are the entertainment industry, the standard entertainment industry. And for example, the Motion Picture Association of America, which represents motion picture producers like Warner, Sony, etc., they've been spending $1 to $2 million a month in lobbying to get this law passed. So they're very, very serious about getting it passed. They have said, however, that their intent is not to go after ordinary people who may upload family videos or sing in the background to a Prince song, but so-called pirates, people who are really appropriating material, selling them, and making money off it. But the law doesn't make that distinction. So in theory, those people could be gone after as well. That's why some people say that this law promotes censorship.
Does it?
Well, I mean, it hasn't been passed, and actually, we don't know if it will be passed, because there's been pushback from companies like Google and GoDaddy.com and PayPal, because they also are swept up in this payment processors, internet service providers, and people who just put a lot of content on the net like Wikipedia. So there's a big fight going on here. It's a brewing fight between the high-tech industry, so to speak, and the entertainment industry. It's a very fascinating fight in that sense. But I don't, it's hard to tell now where this is going to go. I noticed that Senator Rubio, who was one of the co-sponsors, has withdrawn his support of the bill. This is all given the pushback. GoDaddy.com initially was for the bill. Then there was a huge internet protest against GoDaddy, a boycott, and they switched sides. So this is really an intriguing kind of battle between two very large entities, with us caught in the middle, so to speak, we the people.
We the people.
Yes.
Could change the internet, though, as we know it.
This battle's been brewing a long time. My personal feeling is that the standard entertainment industry, the movie studios, the record labels, etc., they've tried this. They've tried this criminal approach of going after digital downloaders. And I think even they'll admit it didn't work. And so it seems to me we need another strategy to attack this problem, probably education starting at a very age, number one. But when I look at PIPA and I look at SOPA, I say to myself that the young kids today, the so-called remix generation who love taking images and music, etc., and remixing them, this is not going to stop them from doing it, A. And B, it's going to lead them to respect intellectual property law less. They know that there's a big lobbying effort behind this, people with big dollars, and it doesn't seem to really take the interests of creators to heart.